So listen, I actually wasn't surprised that Ted Cruz and Rand Paul took the position they did because this has been a long-standing, not just American position, but conservative position, that the First Amendment and the right to free speech is fundamental in this country. And that means speech you find offensive, it means political satire, it means comedy, it means holding those in power accountable. And I think a lot of people, when they think of conservatives, they think you wake up, you kiss a picture of Donald Trump, and you want tax cuts for the wealthy. What made me a conservative was the idea that in all the systems of government that have existed in human history, as imperfect as ours is, the Constitution gets it pretty damn right.
Sure, yes.
The First Amendment is the first for a reason because you need to be able to hold those in power accountable. And what Ted Cruz later says in an interview that I think is an incredibly important point, the pendulum swings in this country.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is not going to be in power for 100 years. It may feel that way to a lot of people right now. There will be a time that the left is back in power. And I think the same conservatives who are backing this position, this crackdown on free speech, do not want a left-wing president policing what can be said on TV, how you can criticize your government. So think, if it's not about anything specific someone said, think about the precedent it sets down the road.
It's consistency. That's what it is. It's one of my biggest issues with a bipartisan democracy is that the reason I remain an independent is I will never fall in line. If one side does it and then everyone else says, well, but it's not really the same thing. I'm like, no, in my mind, it's absolutely the same thing. So although I respect that these people are speaking out, Senator Cruz, Rand Paul, Steve Bannon is not. So one person that I went looking for to see what he'd say is, he said he loves to watch these people squeal when Jimmy Kimmel got canceled. And he also went on to say the days of you guys being in charge are over. And he called Kimmel's suspension a scalp and warned there are going to be many, many more scalps. So he said it was more important for institutional power than consistency in defending the First Amendment.
He doesn't know the law.
So, well, and I'd also just keep your eyes wide open because a lot of the write-ups about Steve Bannon have alluded to the fact of 2025. This is the slow roll towards what Ann is alluding to and a lot of others.
Unlike Ted Cruz, Steve Bannon's father did not flee a dictatorship. Like me, Ted Cruz's father fled a dictatorship in Cuba. Batista, not Castro.
Well, let's keep in mind that fundamentally all of these things are in our hands.
Yes.
We make these decisions. And listen, we can sit here, we talked about it last week, we talked about it the week before. We talk about freedom of speech a lot because we are always in somebody's mess because somebody's decided that we have said something that's offensive. But we fight for everybody's right to have freedom of speech because it means my speech is free, it means your speech is free, and even Steve Bannon's speech is free.
That's right.
But there is no guarantee he's going to be president. In just 2 seconds, FCC Commissioner Ana Gomez issued this statement. This FCC does not have the authority, the ability, or the constitutional right to police content or punish broadcasters for speech the government dislikes. If it were to take the unprecedented step of trying to revoke broadcast licensing, which is held by local stations rather than national networks, it would run headlong into the First Amendment and fail in court on both the facts and the law. We will be right back.